What's up, guys? Live here, back in Master Duel. Board map number 4 completed. Only 4 matchups. So you got Invoke Medica, Blue Eyes, and given the fact that the 2 Lord of the Heavenly Prison means a trap control deck of sorts, and then Cyber Dragons as well. With that being said, let us get to the show. Free card alert. Legacy of Yatagarasu. Let's not dwell too much. We had this card 1 times too many. However, the League of Uniform Nomenclature strikes. Hard once on the activation. Also, long name. Target 1 face-up monster you control. Once resolved, you cannot special summon for the rest of this turn after the card resolves except monsters with the same original type as that targeted monster. The case is equip 2 monsters with the same original name as that target from your hand, deck, and or graveyard to that target as equipped spells. And if you do, it cannot attack or be destroyed by battle while equipped with those 2 cards. It's essentially like one of those duplicate version of Fog Blades. Real normal Camellia, toss out Tree. Tree to get Mole Cricket because Blessing open-handed. Synchro into Notary Beast. Mole Cricket come back and pass. Two things in mind. 1, whoa, the animation, and 2, glossed out Dark Ruler. Also, can't kill me this turn. Nexter, I believe the discard was, discard. So discard Claw to summon, and then discarded second copy to get Cyberdark Realm. Fire the Droll anyway. We are normal to Chimera. And opponent then realizes I had the Droll used earlier, so no Power Bond search for you, even though you Dark Ruler meet this turn. And Cyber Dragon scooped. Free card alert. Mystical Ref panel. If you guys remember the video where I played Aqua Atris Penguins, both the Legacy Card Challenge and the Genesis version of that deck, you guys know what's up about Mystical Ref panel. Let's not dwell too much on this card. Which, for LZ Azamina, OGLZ, send blessings, summon herself, and I believe it was getting Rusia? Yeah, Rusia. LZ Azamina free summon herself, Rusia free summon herself, send a witch, draw 1, synchro into Ursula, LZ Azamina, Ursula, Ghost Mourner as Chain 3 and Rusia saving Ursula as Chain 4. Getting Sylvie, getting Susurrus, Real Normal Sylvie getting Woes, Susurrus, return Rusia for LZ Azamina, And we are basically going to continue on the original path as we should for the White Forest combos. And pass with 2 set. Set. Royal Rhino with Deceitful Dice. Melfi Puppy. And yet the XZ are completely cut because none of it matters. I'm gonna have to check out the list all from Melfi's to be specific. Sylvie, return Ursula. Puppy Doggy for another Royal Rhino. Woes, the 2 Rhinos, and Diabelle as chain 4. Double ones. And Sylvie, Ursula, Sand Chalice, Sylvie, Elzette, Susurus, reset button, back to hand, search for apes, no more White Forest targets after Sylvie. Real normal Elzette, synchro into Silvera, Boogie Eclipse, 2 Rhinos, Diabelle, send apes, 4 Zapper Shrimp, 1, 5, Shrimp, Sangoki Pole, because apparently we drew into Horn Needle, apes, reset button, Blazing Mirror Force set. I think the only ones you'll end up destroying are Sylvie and Shrimp, because Ursula states Illusion and Spellcaster Synchros you control gain 500 attack and they cannot be killed by opponent's card effects. And on top of that, Silvera exists, extra 500 attack to your Illusion and Spellcaster Synchros, and they gain double piercing. 5800, 4800 lethal. And with this hand going first, Sybil 101, Blessing, Impulse, and the fact that you just triggered Impulse from hand, that pretty much meant that no light, earth, or wind. Furnace of Bear, discard Rusia, drew into Koki Pole, Reborn Bear, Real Normal Cricket, Tribute for Camellia, Imperm this time. Furnace of Rabbit, discard Goki Pole, scratch that, get it back, Reborn Cricket, and we still found a way to fix it by Synchro into Notorious Beast, Mole Cricket comeback, and pass. Set 2, Mole Cricket for Vayne, and pass back. Synchro into Barkion because I'm giving a soul read that my opponent has the traps, and it's simplified game state. Set and pass. Mrs. Radiant over Veiler, and Horn Needle lethal. Also, almost forgot to backtrack from earlier. Let's see. Okay, turns out it is Burn, of all things, because, you know, the real star of the show, if working with Melfi's, would be the Royal Rhino with Deceitful Dice. So that makes sense. And then any notables? Glossed out Lava Golem, glossed out Lord, glossed out OG artwork of Extravagance. And basically the extra deck is just like, none of it really matters unless you got like, you know, Nightmare Phoenix, Hita, because you do have plenty of fires after all. IP, completely generic in terms of non-links. Verigit, because you got Melfi's and a Rhino. And Crimson Firewing Pegasus is a beast too, funny enough. And then the rest is just hit or miss. And given the fact that my opponent did use Impulse from the hand, and yet you're playing Blue Eyes, yeah, that play completely screws you over so bad. But as a bonus though, glossed out Sage, don't forget, Sage, Maiden, and Wishes, along with Ether Barrel, all limited for this event. So glossed out Sage, Royal Alternative White, Royal Jet, Royal True Light, Royal Roar, Royal Light Storm, glossed out Spirit with Eyes of Blue. Yeah, that's definitely a Kaiba fan. Free card alert. Summon over out of the blue. Out of the blue, kill this card if your opponent activates a card or effect that targets something in the graveyard. Once killed and sent to the graveyard, your opponent shuffles all cards in their graveyard into the deck. So basically, the name of the game is, once this card is out, I had to play the entire game of not being able to target something out of anyone's graveyard for this card to happen. Cool. And then summon over. Field spell. Each time a monster's more than one is special summoned, place one summon counter on this card, max of 6. This card with 6 counters cannot be killed by card effects. At the start of each main phase 1, the very first thing to do, if this card has 6 summon counters, the turn player can activate this. They send this card to the graveyard, and if they do, they send all special summon monsters their opponent controls to the graveyard. Meltdown, grab the glossed out Alistair, fire the Droll, out of the blue, and it's game time without targeting from the graveyard. Real normal Camellia, toss out Cricket to be specific, set, summon over, and pass. Real normal Alistair, Camellia, Reborn Cricket, Alistair, get Invocation, Artemis, Mole Cricket Tribute for Vayne, and given the fact that Magical Meltdown is there, that pretty much meant that there's no point getting those negates going. So simplified game state. Mikaba over Camellia, and pass. Real normal Rusia, drew into Cricket, fired a Droll, Talents take Mikaba, beat down of course, Asa, and pass. Real normal Alistair, Chalice, can't let you get Invocation, but Alistair over Rusia, and pass. Furnace a Duck, discard Changing Seasons for Flourishing Hills. Reborn Camellia, toss out Tree, Tree to get Blessing. Flourishing Hills, discard Horn Needle for Vera. Reborn Horn Needle, Blessing for Cricket. Tribute Summon Vera, take Alistair. And this is lethal. So guys, that's going to do it for today's episode of Dice Rally. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Hit that notification bell to keep yourself constantly updated. Also, if you are a brand new player for the first 7 days or a returning player after 1 full month of missing gameplay, be sure to use my campaign code in the description below so we can gather this year's campaign prizes. I thank you guys for tuning in and catch you all next time.